Hello fellow YouTubers. I wanted to do a video just to talk about chemical toilet versus compost toilet, because I've used both of these systems, and I prefer the compost toilet. But which one is best for you depends on different factors really. For example, if you're living in your motorhome, one might be better than the other or more convenient. So it's a question really of what's convenient and works for you, rather than what is best. Because really, environmentally speaking, there's no doubt about it, the compost toilet is best because it doesn't use nasty chemicals that end up in our ecosystem. So from that point of view, I don't really think there's much of a discussion, because that is the best environmental option. But from a point of view of practicality and what works for you, then a chemical toilet might be the most convenient, especially if you're just using your motorhome at the weekends or even full time. I guess the chemical toilet is easier, whereas a compost toilet, which is my preference, works for me because I have a garden to compost the waste in. So it's a tricky one to answer, but I think you need to consider your ecological viewpoints for a start might have a factor, and I think you've got to consider where you would put the composting toilet waste, because once you've flushed a chemical toilet down an Elson point on a camping site, then that's the last you see of it. Whereas doing a compost toilet, you have to either take it back with you to where you came from, i.e. your home, or you could get rid of it in public bins. Now that sounds a bit grim, I know, but if you think about it, in reality, a public bin is basically put into landfill. So the whole bin will be emptied into a landfill place, and so anything in it that's biodegradable will just disintegrate into the ground over a period of time. Unfortunately, most of the stuff in the bin won't be of that nature. So if you were full time and you had to get rid of your compost waste, you could use public bins, and it's not illegal to do that, certainly here in the UK, because babies' nappies and things like that, and sometimes adult nappies who've got medical conditions, all of that has to go into a bin. So those are the things really to consider. If you've got a compost toilet, can you take the waste home and put it in your garden? If you needed to, would you be prepared to put it into a public bin? And would that work for you, or would you rather just tip it down a toilet, an Elson point I should say, with a load of chemicals, or a toilet, and get rid of it that way? Just some thoughts really. Feel free to leave your thoughts and opinions on that fecal matter.